Hi, welcome to Muzzle First. So I thought I would give you a little closer look at this old revolver today. I used it as part of a backdrop in a video a couple days ago, and I got a couple comments about it. And I thought I would show it to you, tell you what it is, and tell you where I got it. So this right here is a Ruger Old Army. It is a black powder revolver. That's why we got all the other stuff here on the table. This was my father's. Ruger made these revolvers from 1972 up until 2008. How many of them they made? I don't know. They made a lot. But these were made in both blued and in stainless. I do not know if these grips are original to this gun or not. I think my father changed those and added these after the fact. But Ruger did make a model or two with the pearlescent grips. So I'm not positive if those are original or not. I tend to think that the blued model here came with a wooden grip. But let's see, where to start with this particular gun. As you can see, the bluing on this gun is not perfect. Right about here on the barrel, you start seeing a lot of the bluing is fading a lot on this. I don't really know how many rounds we've shot through this gun. But my dad, this was his favorite revolver. This was his favorite gun of all the guns he had, and we shot this thing many times. I don't even know an estimate to tell you how much we shot this gun. But I mean, I don't even know what to tell you. I'm not even gonna guess. I don't even know how many rounds we shot through this. Like I said, these were made from 1972 up to 2008. And I'll see if I can get this to focus. I don't know if we can see this right there or not. On top of the barrel, it says, made in the 200th year of the American Liberty. So this was made in 1976, and I did cross-reference the serial number on it, which is right there. Ruger did put serial numbers on their black powder guns. And that's when it was made. It was made later in the year in 1976. My father bought this brand new. He bought this at a local gun store that is no longer in business, and I was with him when he bought it, and I remember him buying it, and he loved it. I mean, we shot this thing just all the time. It actually shoots pretty good. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that we used for it. Everything that you see on the table here was my dad's. This was his possibles bag. This is where he kept all of his black powder stuff. And he would rotate stuff in and out of it for what he was going to do. Because he does have different stuff for... There's some stuff in there they use for his rifles and stuff that we don't use for this pistol. But I just thought I'd give you a quick look at it and see what you thought. These grips on this, I do not know if those are authentic. I do believe... I did see reference to Ruger making a model of this Ruger Old Army with the synthetic pearlescent grips. I tend to think my father added these after the fact, but like I said, I do not know that for a fact. These are heavy. I don't know the exact weight on this. I should probably have looked that up beforehand, but heavy. This is solid steel. This is not a brass frame gun. This is solid steel. It is a 7.5-inch barrel. They also made these in a 5.5-inch and I believe a 9.5-inch barrel, which would be pretty cool because 9.5 inches, I mean, you're looking at enough power there really to deer hunt with it. 'Cause these were a 45. They used either a 454 caliber round ball or a 457 caliber conical slug. I might have that backwards. It might have been a 457 round ball or 454 conical slug. So it basically shot either one of these, or it shot one of these. I do have the molds. I have the mold that was my father's to make these balls. I don't know whatever happened to the mold to make these, but these were actually some of my father's. And you can see where it snipped off into the mold there. And he made these, and I don't know if I'll ever shoot these. I might actually just keep these the way they are and make new ones. But anyway, some of the stuff we have here on the table. Of course, you got the possibles bag you carry everything in. I'm not sure if my father made these bags or not, but it kind of looks like he did. It looks like he just sewed these himself. It's very possible he did. He made this possibles bag himself, and which these are kind of cool because this one doesn't, just has like a little flap on it. Like I said, I'm not positive if he made these or not, or if he bought those. Powder measure. We rarely ever used a powder measure. The only time my father really ever used a powder measure was when he was using a long rifle. He wanted something that was going to be consistent and a little more accurate. But for this particular revolver, you can see it's measured right there in grains. We would load it somewhere between 20 to about 30. I think 30 is the maximum load for these. And 20 is a nice gentle round, easy to shoot. Let's see, we have a powder flask. This is my father's handiwork here with the leather. He kind of liked to do that when he was bored. And I don't know if you can actually buy these old powder flasks anymore. This one here is the one made out of either copper or brass. I believe they're made out of copper. But then of course you've got his, I forget what they call that, the little tool here to put the caps on it. Capper, maybe. But anyway, like I said, I just thought I'd show it to you. Like I said, this was all my dad's. Some of his old grease he had. So you usually put a grease on top of the ball just to in the chamber just to make sure that you didn't get a chain fire. But chain fire, I've heard people talk about them, but I've never seen one. As much as we shot this thing when I was a kid, I ain't never seen anything like that. But apparently it does happen to some people, although I don't know if it happens to this particular model. The trigger on this actually is pretty good. Of course, with a black powder gun, you never really want to dry fire them. But the trigger on this really is not... I'm going to smash my finger here, but oh well. I mean, it's a really nice trigger. Real nice trigger on that. But that's it. Ruger Old Army, made in 1976. This was my dad's, and it has not been fired for probably, my dad passed away in 2008, and I've not fired it since then. And he gave me his guns about a year before that, and he couldn't shoot them anymore. So at least 10 years, something like that. But I've kind of got the bug to go shoot this, so I might actually do a black powder video with this and just we'll go out and shoot some paper with it and see what it does. But that's it. This has been Muzzle First. If you have any questions, you can send me an email at muzzlefirst@gmail.com. Visit my website, www.muzzlefirst.com. As always, there's an area below this video on YouTube where you can leave comments, suggestions, whatever. You can also contact me through YouTube if you like. Thank you, and you have a great day.